All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wake Up and Win Morning Motivation. I am your host, Dr. J. Ramsey, and this podcast is powered by CTR Media Network, where we give you that early morning motivation. This show is all about fueling your mindset with positivity, elevating your business. And if you happen to be a podcast or a TV show host, it will help you as well, or entrepreneur. It inspires you to take daily action every day. And we provide you with powerful insight, simple actionable strategies, a quote, a Bible verse, and a call to action to help you reach your level of success. So we chop it up a bit, talking about various different topics. And today, on this Money Making Monday, we are going to be talking about mastering sales without feeling salesy. All right. So, with that being said, I know personally with me, one of the big hangups with me with being an entrepreneur that I never want to come off as like a sleazy car salesman or a person that's trying to sell something, right? Feeling because I don't like someone to do that to me. So I was like, ooh, how am I gonna make this or how I'm gonna be able to get an income if I don't sell? How can I sell without being salesy? So today that's what we're going to talk about. But the first thing you need to understand is that selling isn't about pressure, it's about solving a problem. And when done right, sales feel like service. And so my first introduction into entrepreneurship was not through like me starting my own business, but with me collaborating with another business through MLM. Most people don't like it, which is multi-level marketing. That's what was my first initial, I would say, invitation or experience to entrepreneurship. And I'm gonna tell you, they teach you how to do that high pressure selling. And I came off like that all the time, and it was very difficult for me to change that mindset. And when I flipped to being a 100% business owner, that was one thing I did not like. Even though I made a lot of sales, I just didn't like that kind of sale tactic. But before we jump all the way into the topic, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that like button to help the algorithms. Uh, Share this video out because sharing is caring. Go ahead and comment hashtag live if you listen to us live. If you listen to us on the replay, put hashtag replay. Yes. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So, what are some 4 tips? This is 4 tips or strategies that I learned transitioning from my first introductory level into business, being an MLM, which is direct sales or multi-level marketing, and then pivoting, transitioning into being a full-time entrepreneur that is not a part of an MLM or a direct sales company. What helped me to sell without being salesy? The number one thing that helped me was that I focused on the customer's pain points and not just the features of whatever it is that I was offering at the time, right? So, what is it that you can provide the solution to that particular customer's problem with what you provide with your service and or product? You might have a product and a service. So what can you do to make that transition easier, to ease that pain, to make something simpler, to help them get to point A to point B quicker and easier, right? The second tip I would give you that helped me with being not well selling without being salesy is building relationships before you ask for a sale. Have you ever thought about that? Build a relationship before you ask for a sale, because I meet a lot of people that I know when I first hear what they're saying, when I see what they do, I initially know that they need a podcast, TV show, or they need to have a commercial slot on advertisement. They need to be interviewed on TV shows, podcasts, magazines, and all this stuff like that, right? If they're a business owner, or even if they're already a podcaster or TV host or someone that's streaming online, I meet a lot of people and I automatically know and I see what they're missing in their show. I see what they're missing with their business in regards to media marketing, right? But I don't go in straight and say, "Hey, I have a podcast," or "Hey, I can put you on TV." "Hey, you can purchase a commercial slot or advertisement slot." I don't do that. What I do, especially if I'm interested in what the person do and I feel that it will actually add value to what I'm doing, as well as the people who I am in service to, in servitude for, like the podcasters, like sponsors and everything like that, where I feel like, hey, this will be a great mesh to bring this person in the fold, because what they do will actually complement someone else that I know. So I build an authentic relationship with them because I see the value and I know that I bring value. And then I know people that can actually help them. And so I'm trying to figure out, how can I be of service? How can I help them first? I always go in with the mindset, not what I can do for them, like, or what I would say, what how can I say it? I don't go in thinking about, okay, I want them to do this for me. I go in thinking what I can do for them first. And thinking with that mindset first actually helped me and still help me to this day, because for the simple fact is, I don't even have to sell. Once people figure out what it is that I do, and they already have had um interaction with me, have already experienced being around me, or maybe experienced being around people who I have already helped or who have been a previous client or a current client of mine, I don't have to sell them anything. They already come like, okay, why didn't you tell me you do this? I mean, I'm over here purchasing for other people. I could have purchased for you. I said, well, I wasn't trying to build with you to sell. I was trying to build with you to build a lasting relationship. And if you want to do business with me, of course, but that was not my method of operation, okay? I want to build relationships. Because remember what I said before? Relationships are more powerful than any one-time sale. Okay. And so the third thing that you do is, say, for example, you gave somebody a free service, or someone come into your business and they experience your business, they have a wonderful experience. You need to get testimonials or case studies to show that your process actually works, okay? To show that it works, to prove its value. So you no longer have to come across as a salesy salesperson about your products or services. Now other people are talking about your service. Other people are giving you validation. Other people are recommending what you're doing. And that comes across way better than you saying how amazingly awesome you are. People go by third party validation more quicker than anything you can say about your own product or service. Why? Is because they feel that you are add on. However, if someone else says it, they feel like, okay, this holds more weight. Think about you. Let me give you an example. How many times you thought about purchasing an item and it's sold on Amazon, but you don't know too much about it? One or two things you're going to do. Number one, you're going to go to Amazon, look it up, and then you're going to read the reviews before you purchase it. That's normally what you're going to do. And then you're going to look and see if do it have verified purchase on it. Why? Is because if it's a verified purchase, it means this person actually purchased this item and they're giving their feedback, honest feedback. Number two, if you don't see any reviews that really resonate with you, what are usually the second thing that you'll do in order to find out about that product? You'll go on good old YouTube and Google it, and you'll go to YouTube and look up how to use this, or tell me about this product before you even purchase it. The same thing people do when you have a business. So that's why I tell the podcasters, the TV hosts, and any of my clients, third party validation, making sure that you capture testimonials, making sure that your clients and customers leave reviews is very, very important, so that you will give your potential prospects the opportunity to do their own IR, independent research. And that alone can help you close deals and sales and sponsorships without you even saying a word, because their testimonial, their case study of your value and your worth of what you bring to the table with your business or service or product will hold the weight that they're already ready to opt into whatever you're offering based upon the person that they trust that has said something positive about you and your business and your services. My business thrives because, number one, because of God, and number two is because of third party validation. People refer my services because they have been customers or clients, or they're still a client to this day. And they refer people to whatever it is that I'm doing, whether it is me speaking at the event, whether it is me, they're purchasing a book, whether it is them joining the network, whether they want me to be their personal one-on-one mentor coach, whatever the case may be. Mostly all of my customers and clients come from someone else referring my services to someone else that I have already provided for them, or they have been following me. They're heavy supporters of CTR Media Network and or the Dr. TJ Ramsey brand. And they just say, okay, if anybody's talking about podcasts or TV or homeschooling, you need to go to Dr. Tina, period. Hands down. Okay. And so make sure that you get those testimonies or case studies and get those third party validations. Number four, this is something that I'm still working on to this day. This is something that I am still working on to this day. I am much better, but I must admit, I need to be better at this. It's following up. Because it's easy to have the initial talk, even down to the second talk, but sometimes it takes more than one time before a person actually closes. So following up is really where all the beauty comes. Because when you show up and you follow up, I cannot tell you how many times someone was interested in a service, or maybe it wasn't the right time, or maybe they're waiting for some income to come in before they can actually opt into one of our services. And they say, well, follow up in 2 weeks. I follow up in 2 weeks, or something else come up. And then they keep saying, well, I want to join, I want to join, I want to join. And then I decide it's maybe the third, fourth time, and I say, well, I don't know if I'm going to reach back out because I don't want to feel like a pest, even though they told me to. And I end up reaching back out, and the people say, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to call me. Yeah, look, send me the invoice. I'm ready to sign up today. And then I also have those experiences where I didn't after the third time. I'm like, I'm just going to let it go. Let God handle it. You know, if they want to come, they can come, but I'm not going to pressure them. And later on, time and time go by, and I finally reach out, or they reach out to me, and then they sign up. So what I'm saying is power in the follow-up. Now, follow-up can be a little tricky because when you first meet someone, the rule of thumb, when you first meet someone at an event and they express interest at an event that you may go to, they may not sign up right then. So what happens is the follow-up can actually help you close the deal. Now, it's a rule. After you meet somebody at an event, within the first 24 to 72 hours max, you need to follow up with that person because you're on the top of their mind. Going past 3 days, that's too long. So you have to discipline yourself to actually reach out to people and keep good notes. Okay. If you're a person that forget a lot, write down some notes about the conversation that you had with the person, so that when you follow up with them, you can have a great conversation with them and you can pick up where you left off with the conversation. But again, I'm being totally honest, totally transparent. Follow up for me, I do follow up, but I can do much better in the follow up, because keep in mind, sometimes it will take the fifth or sixth time for you reaching out before someone will opt in. It's just how it goes. Some people are like ready to go, but the most people, they kind of drag their feet a little bit. But if they're telling you to call them, or they're telling you to get back with them, it's not salesy because they asked you to. And so let me reiterate those 4 tips that I use that actually help me master sales without feeling salesy. Number one, you need to focus on the customers or the potential clients' pain points. What is it that you can do to solve their problem? What is it that you can do in order to make their life easier? Stop talking about all the different things and the features and all the different breakdown of your memberships that it has. You just focus on whatever is that unique client's or customer pain point, because at the end of the day, they could care less about if you have 100 different things that you're going to give them with this membership. What they want to know is about the three things that is their pressure points, their pain points, and how you're going to take them from point A to point B and eventually to the finish line. Yes, all the other 90 something things are great and they're going to want that. However, their main objective is, how can you help me? How is this going to benefit me? How is this going to change my life? Okay. Number two, build relationships before asking for a sale. Genuinely get to know a person, what they like, what they don't like, their business, what they do, why they do what they do, what made them start their business. Just really getting familiar with the person, especially if you see where this person has a business or service that could complement you and or complement people who you already are in service to, that you already serve. How can they help them? Because really, as an entrepreneur, we're in the business of helping people and making their lives easier by solving their problems and taking the load off. So if you meet a person that can actually help assist you and make what you do even better, then build a relationship, because like I said before, relationships are more powerful than any one-time sale. Okay, people are more valuable than any one-time sale. Number three, you need to use testimonials and case studies to help prove your value. People don't care about how great and amazing you say you are. They care about what other people say you are. Okay. Now I know every now and then you might get a person in there that says something that's not true about you, because it does happen. However, for the most part, you should have more people saying good things about you than people saying negative things about you. Because in business, you're going to run across people who do different stuff for negative reasons. But the bulk of the people should be saying great things about you and your services or products that you're providing. And number four, you need to learn to be disciplined enough, which I'm still working on, to be better, to follow up, because most sales happen after the fifth or sixth time you contact them. And get used to developing that muscle of talking to them over and over and over again until the sale actually happens, or they opt into whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm gonna give you a quote before I go. The quote is from Zig Ziglar. He says, "Stop selling and start helping." Number Bible verse from Luke 6:31 says, "Do to others as you want others to do to you," which is the golden rule, right? So, however you want people to treat you, however you want people to do you, make sure that you do them the same way. And the call of action that I want you guys to do today is that I want you to, when you are presenting your business, your service, your TV show, your podcast, or whatever it is that you're doing, I want you to be confident in what you're doing. Understand your worth and your value. And that posture will portray and come out when you're speaking. Because no one is not going to buy for somebody who's timid or scared or afraid or acting like they're unsure about what they can do for you. They want someone who is confident. They want somebody who is sure. They want somebody who is standing 10 toes deep. Like, listen, this is what I can do for you. This is what I can, but this is what I can do. This is the proof of what I have done with other people. The only thing I need to know now is, when do you want to get started? Okay. So if you want to learn more things about this and about sales and success and all this stuff like that, just go on ahead and download that CTR Media Network app. We have some amazing shows that can actually help you with topics just like this. KBBU podcast by KB Michelle Green. Coach Yoshi actually talks about selling a lot. And so he actually teaches about selling, and he gives some great tips and strategies on how you can do that in way more detail than me, because this is his genius zone. So make sure to check that out. And that podcast is on CTR Media Network under the Entrepreneurship and Career Development TV channel. And that is KB Michelle Green from Kingdom Builders Business University podcast, which talks about this in entirety, a variety of different topics dealing with business anyway. But this particular topic about sales, Coach Yoshi goes deep into detail. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. You have a great, amazing rest of your day. This is Monday, so I know sometimes we get started a little slow. We feel a little like, oh, can we rewind back to the weekend? I feel you, because I'm feeling the same way. But we can. So we got to go out and make today amazing. And just be positive regardless of what you have to encounter. Think about the positive thing, the kind thing to do. And if you are a business owner, now you have some tips on how you can master sales without feeling salesy. All right, have a great, amazing rest of your day. Bye.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment, a perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, "I want to learn more." Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.